This one was sent to CornyDriveThru at gmail.com from Charlie in Starkville, Mississippi.
I knew it wouldn't take much longer.
Matt Hardy recently signed a contract extension with AEW. Is it possible that he could regain his teleportation and icebox wardrobe changing powers, or do you think he will be Matt Hardy from now on?
Well, I hesitate to say that he won't teleport anymore or whatever, but no, obviously the reason why this extension was signed is because Jeff became available. And I'm not saying that Tony would have fired him otherwise, but I mean, let's face it.
But he was replaceable until Jeff showed up.
Yes, he's not set the world on fire as far as being someone that they could not do without. I don't know how much money he's making. So if it was, they brought him in as a top wrestler, and now he's an underneath manager. So if he's still making the same amount of money he was when they brought him in, obviously they would have looked at that. But now with Jeff, he's got the new lease on life, and they got to lock him up. So that was serendipitous timing.
All right. I guess that was that question.
Well, I mean, what else can you say? I mean, his stock just went up dramatically. And if it's a 2-year extension and they got Jeff for 2 years, I'm not even knocking the Hardy Boys. I've always been big fans of the Hardy Boys until, as I said, Matt started teleporting and changing clothes in the ice machine. But they are over. It's almost impossible for anybody to bury Jeff at this point. The people that like him, they like him. And they're going to like seeing the Hardy Boys back together because it's been, 3 years? Like the last time they got together 5 years ago, it had been 3 years. So honestly, I have to say that if the Hardy Boys had been together consistently for the past 5 years, we might be having a different conversation because I don't know if either one of them would still be worth, a major investment because the part of it's new and the people are also smart enough to know this might be the last run. So we get to see the Hardys back together for the foreseeable future. If nobody gets hurt for the next couple of years, but as I said on the Experience last week, the Hardys, and this is not a knock, they're not going to get any more over than they already are right now. It's like, I could say that about Steve Austin. Steve Austin is not going to ever get over any more than he is right now because he's about as over as you can get. And it's the nostalgia of seeing the Hardys together and their magnetism, whether they've slowed a step in the ring or not, the people still want to see them together. But it can't be a steady diet. They can't be around like Garcia and 2.0, or elsewise people will get tired of it before the 2 years is up because it's novel and it's new and it's nostalgia and they are really over and really popular. But if it's still not kept a little bit special, that's why I thought they should have led with Jesus Christ. Bring them back together, get the fucking pop on that, and put them straight in with the fucking Hardy Boys. Because they're imitators. They're cosplayers. That's the point. You'll get more out of that now than you will in 6 months after the people have seen the Hardy Boys back against Joe, Tom, Bill, and Fred.